testing out some vertex color baking techniques. Let's go. So the next thing we're trying, we like split these edges. We started with low poly, split it once, and here we did a 2 double bevel. So we're gonna try to show you what that looks like. Real-time node is required for modeling to work. Please enable real-time mode in the viewport options. Yes, there. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, okay. So we get like almost nothing. So lame. So spread out verts aren't gonna do. I have to do pretty tight. So the best result that we've gotten, I think, was this one. This one's like fading for some reason right there. I don't know why this is like significantly different, but this is good. This is okay. Technically all these should be kind of dark, but you know, that's okay. I wonder if it has something to do with them all being hard edge. No, because those should be hard edges too. Alright. So that is this one, where we basically just added extra edge loops along everything. And that's given us the best quality result for the curvature bake. So we get little bits of darkness in there, which we get here too, but this is just, see it like fades down there too, it fades it back here. Oh, you know, I think it's because the extra edge loop here, we basically did this and then like split these largest sections, and yeah, like where these long splits are, where we're fading. That's strange, very strange, very strange. But yeah, so this is the one to go with. It's probably because it's just averaging, and like this doesn't have somehow the same curvature that this does. Okay. So essentially when we use our vertex color in our material, this is what we are dealing with. And this will help me apply edgeware and all that fun stuff. So I guess actually let's just play around more with this material. I can just do that. So that's this guy. Let's see. Try to get a good view here. Alright. So we're using curvature here as a lerp, where 0 is green, A is blue. So basically let's take this. So we'll say red is our base. We're just gonna do some kind of mask math just to play around with what the logic of this is gonna be in our main shader, so we don't mess that up any more than I already have. So we have this. I need a mask, or I need like a mask layer, so we'll do one more of these. I guess let's do we can do 0.5 for everything. Alright, okay, great. This is our base, okay? This is gonna loop. We said in our main material, white is base, black is coat. Okay. So black being 0 is the coat. It's gonna go here. Base up here. For our alpha. This is literally what we're doing up here. Good stuff. Okay. So taking this, but we only want to say subtract. I'm gonna have to add first as like an offset. Then no, that's not gonna. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Divide. Let's see what this looks like. We have our base poking through color there. Great. How about around? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, one lets it poke through. Okay. Two. Let's try that. Does that make it bigger or smaller? I think smaller. Yeah, smaller. Okay. Let's try 0.7. Dang. No. This does not work at all. Working in vertex space. Vertex interpolator. What if we do this? No. I can't remember how this node works. But dang. Wow, it's so subtle. But it pulls that value down. So we're saying 0 is the base, 1 is our coat. We want to be increasing values for this. It sucks because like it doesn't blend at all. Like I can't get. I don't know how to make those colors bleed from the edges into the center. Without making them like average each other out. I mean, I guess we can just take our edgeware and call that a win. Because I'm basically going to take this. Take this all around. And then, oops. Let's see, 0. Jesus, okay. I just think maybe we can't do any sort of manipulations. We just kind of gotta leave it. It's like none of these get a great blend. I think they're all trying to like average too much. Oh, okay. Nanite is gonna shift everything. Bleeding there didn't get too bad. But yeah, I don't want to deal with that. This actually is better. Yeah, so I'm basically setting edge loops to define how far I want the edgeware to go. Okay. So basically what we're going to be doing is, let's see, actually I'll take this. Just so we can see the AO bake. And how not real that is, because we decided not to do that, right? Oops, not that. I mean, that is the best AO bake. I'm trying to think of what other uses I could have in my materials to need an AO blend for like this. Trying to think of any sort of like ghost effects. Things like coming out of the shadows, dark crevices. No. Alright, so we're just gonna skip AO, stick to curvature. And then we'll basically get some kind of grunge. This. And then so 0 is our coat. So that means we're gonna subtract from what's not our coat to add more of this. So this, say, oh no. Subtract this is gonna be down there. Bam. So maybe you want to come out here and say multiply. Boom, bang. Pow. There we go. Getting somewhere. Multiply by like 4. There we go. Kinda. I mean, I guess my base UVs are pretty jacked up, so that doesn't help. But yeah, this is basically the effect we'll be going for. This is all to get to a point where I can bake objects down with only a single material, because if I bake maps out for individual assets, then if I can't collapse them down together without, I'll have to maintain all the different materials. You don't want to do that. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to... I'm going to have to make like a mask blend UV. So I have like one UV for the main materials, which are these in the background. They'll use those as base. We'll just slap on whatever coat of paint we want, and then we use this logic to peel it off and reveal edge damage and stuff like that. I could do other things too, like world position offset. Let's try to get that too. Vertex. Vertex normal. What is this gonna get me? Just plug that bad boy straight in there, see what we get. Damn, okay, so it is all the up directions. Okay, yeah, world space 2 means that as I rotate it, it'll always be coming in on top. So this is where we can add something like a dirt channel. So with this, we drive. Just want that blue channel for the Z value. Maybe round it so that on other, if it's not just flat. Let's do this. Let's assign this guy the same material so we can see all these weird shapes. Take that, and then you. Come here. Yeah. So you see the blue kind of fades. Okay, so we got, so our blue is masked. And then we're going to use this to linear interpolate. Where the blue value is coming in as 1, we're going to want our dirt. And then we're going to mix it with whatever else is underneath it. Boom. Isn't that cute? So then, just kind of more of the same to break up the dirt a little bit, but that's fun. And then if I rotate this, oh shit, okay. If I rotate it, you'll see the dirt moves. Because I rounded it, that's why it's popping, but if I just let it be, then it would probably blend a little bit more. Yeah. And that's all because the vertex is being read in world space. Fun stuff, fun stuff. So this means I'm gonna have to be remaking pretty much all of my assets. So I really need to make sure that this workflow is gonna be okay. Which I think it is, but I tried to just slap it together and broke my material. So we'll see. Yeah. So I think we got our answer. This is our best looking option of the different geometries that we have. So come here to see the wireframe. This is basically like our lowest low poly. This is what I originally had, and I could just bake a curvature map out, get even better results than this, and that was great. But I tried to combine it, and yeah, the whole material issue. So I tried subdividing basically once here, and then like just chamfering the edges to add like edge loops that are near the existing edges, and then kind of a little bit of both. So get those closer edges, and then also one down the middle of everything. And then up here, this is basically like splitting, subdividing, not twice, but instead of dividing it by 2, it's like dividing everything by 3. Just to see if that would change anything. And yeah, these are the results. So this was our winner, but the geometry is so weird and not typically what you would do in a traditional setting, but I think given Nanite's capabilities, we should be okay. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. Right? So we're just gonna slowly back away. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so then they all eventually get down to that level. And we don't need stuff in the middle. So really for these vertex colors, it's like the vertices just need to be reinforced with other vertices right around them. If you've got long spans of nothing, you kind of don't want vertices there. Because, I don't know, it messes with the values in weird ways. Like, see this, it's all faded right there. I mean, yeah, it's here too, but... Or maybe not that one. That's not a good example. But... you get it. So, yeah. Got that, we even got our dirt. That's pretty much all we need. So it's very simple stuff, right? Just multiplying and subtracting, lerping, a little round here and there. No big deal. What other vertex color kind of things can we do? Vertex, tangents, world space. What is the tangent world space? What's the difference? Basic. Tangent, is that? Tangent in world space. I have no idea. It's like that one's green. Why aren't the rest of them green? Maybe I have the tangents set up weird. Oh, okay. Alright, we're just gonna ignore that. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is the one we broke by adding all this stuff in, which shouldn't have done anything. But it does, but it does. What is this line coming in? It's also coming in a grunge, okay. So false, basically we have that coming through. Okay. Oh, I guess this needs to be 0 then, huh? I think that's where I messed this up. And then we're not even doing the AO anymore. Actually, yeah. Dang. So none of this is worth. God, all these freaking controls. Okay. Let's just reset these values. Okay, so the curvature. Let's just use the curvature. Turn off grunge for the code, please. For some reason I haven't been able to get this to work again. Curvature, code strength. I don't know, let's just do 1. I mean, it's all there, right? What's happening? It's coming out of our red vertex color. Use that as part of the lerp. Coming out of our red vertex color. Subtract nothing. Multiply by 1. Saturate. I mean, that should be fine. I feel like it has something to do with that my freaking UVs are so bad. Let's see. Let me just use it on a real mesh. Okay. So we have this going to bake. make you... Jesus, okay. That is unfortunate. What does it look like here? Not helpful, not helpful. Cool. This one also not that helpful. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Okay. I don't know why that's an issue all the time. Okay. No, we can just do it here. Do it this one, okay. So if we just use the grunge for the coat, what does that look like? Mm-hmm. Why does this do nothing anymore? Okay, time out. Gotta look up. I think the vertex interpolator node is what I need here. Turns it into pixel space. Oh, okay. The vertex interpolator. Maybe? No? Pixel space, because we are multiplying it over pixel space. It doesn't do anything. Dang, why is this not working? Okay, it's probably because I don't have... No, I should have grunge on, come on. Of course. Of course it would. Oh, such a positive relationship we have with this engine. Oh, we love it so. Damn it. God damn it. Yes. Yes. Huh? Just gonna run to the kitchen. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Fancy coaster. Okay. Hope everyone's having a good night. We're after a rough start here. What is this default view that's so busted? Okay, should we try it again? Should we now? Just make it work with our test object. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. It doesn't have any vertex colors. Why does it always lie to me? Or it's like they don't save or something. It's freaking jacked up, man. Straight jacked, dude. Per channel, curvature, range multiplier, drag that down. It feels like AO, the way the inside looks. So lame. Okay, please accept. Now are you going to ever show me? How is it like supposed to display the vertex colors? Like what? Alright, let's just go for it. So Damn, man, that's so lame. Can't even preview on that node. Gosh. Alright, so then I guess we test it to see if it'll work with the simple test material. It seems like it should be working even without trying to do this. Like if I just toggle things off in the material and skip all the stuff I'm trying to add, it should be behaving a certain way. It's just not. Why do you like that? That is so weird. And I feel like it's also that maybe it's like I'm not saving it somehow. The freaking baked vertex colors. Bake. Give me the flippin' vertex. Oh. That's it, bro. Split at normal seams. What does that mean? Split at UV seams. Why does it act like it doesn't have any? Is it like this? Only this actor. No. I feel like it's just not saving it anymore. No, okay. Alright, I'm doing the wrong thing over here, but. Okay, so there kind of is something there. Okay, so I think it's just trying to preview anything and as that comes off a vertex color. Trying to think. What if I make it a like pixel space thing? I mean, I guess that'll try to... It can't write it to the UVs. It's not passing any UVs. Whee. Look at me talking like I know shit. Let's find out. If anyone knows why this is so fucked up and I have to do that every flipping time, please let me know. Please, please let me know. Okay, so this... I'm afraid. Oof. Oof. No, it doesn't matter. Let's just... it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash for sure. Should we bet? Who's got money? Who's got money? Who wants to throw down? Crash or no crash? What's the over under? Oh, damn it. Oh, we can't cheat it. That is so lame. I'm gonna have to, like, somehow mirror these steps. Alright. We are gonna watch our boy's video here. Let's see if you guys can hear this.
Hello and welcome back to 5-Minute Materials, the show
Yep.
where we demystify everything. I forget how the intro goes. Today we're going to be looking at the vertex interpolator node. Now this one's a very mysterious node, and it is actually very, very interesting. It can do a lot of different things.
I don't know how to make it much louder for you.
And you can see here on our test
Find,
objects, we have me giving a run of
oh, here we go.
when we plug these in to the
Desktop
vertex
audio,
interpolator node,
I
they
think.
are going to kind of die. So let's get this and get our vertex interpolator node. Now it's one of the very few nodes that is this color. It's a very special node, this kind of bronze color. And if we do this, compile it, and now we look at our thingos, it's an absolute nightmare. And you can see with this cube, it just looks like hot shit. With this character,
Oh, that didn't work.
again, it doesn't look anything like anyone used. But what is actually going on
Alright, just
here
bear with me. Or like watch on your own, listen to them if you really need to hear it.
running this at the vertex stage using some extra data that's on the vertices. So using a vertex interpolator actually uses up one of your available UV channels. So with static meshes, you have up to 8 UV channels. So you know you can use
That's
UVs.
how, damn it. That's how it does it.
I'm not even going to try to explain it, but basically it just uses a UV channel in order to move something from the pixel stage to the vertex stage. 8 UV channels. So, you know, you can use kind of overlapping UVs, but with a different kind of layer. I'm not even going to try to explain it, but basically it just uses a UV channel in order to move something from the pixel stage to the vertex stage. Let's see why this can be useful. First of all, it can increase performance. So if you think about a texture that's running at the pixel stage, then for every pixel on the screen here, so for example, if we, I don't know,
shit, it goes the wrong way.
and we crop it,
It turns the
so the object
texture
is
into
sort of
vertex.
like resize. So this
Vertex
is like
colors, no.
350 by 350 pixels, which is, that's like 120,000 pixels. I think it renders in like groups of 4 or something, so maybe it's like 30,000 times that it has to, kind of figure out what's going on. However, if this was vertex interpolated, now the pixel stage isn't going to be doing any of that stuff. It's going to be calculated per vertex, which means for this object, which is 550 verts, it's only going to be running this 550 times as opposed to, I don't know, 30,000 times. Now, that's not a very technical explanation. I hope it kind of,
Dang it.
I hope the vibe is there. Now, obviously, they're
So, yeah. It's almost like an LOD thing. Like take the diffuse when it's something's far away and like vertex interpolate it. Oof. Okay. Dang it. So you get a sphere gradient. That's just like a UV object. Or maybe you pass in a specific set of UVs. Guess not. Let's just say it'll just output a radius within the 0 to 1 UV area. Vertex interpolator is going to say if you have a plane, if you have a plane with this wireframe, with these vertices, the circle only encompasses these vertices, so these are the ones getting marked as white, and then the rest of them are black. And what you see is like a blend between that. Okay. Custom material UVs. What? Optimize the performance of materials by utilizing the customized UVs feature. This offers texture UV calculations of the pixel shader. Customized UVs. Texture sample. Why would you do this? UV 0 at 1 x scale. Okay. So uses custom constant coordinates 0, 1, and 2. Okay. So you tell your material the number of customized UVs you want, which gives you output pins in your material graph. Then when you click on your texture sample, you can set it to use the constant UV coordinate option number 2. Texture UV calculated for the picture to the vertex shape. So you're setting textures, resolution, and scale at the material level. Optimize the performance, yada yada yada. Additional bonus. This is just their documentation. What? Okay, what? Whoa. We're learning. Everybody having fun? We're having fun, right? This is fun. On GPUs, the vertex shader is run for every vertex and the pixel shader for every pixel. Almost all material nodes are run for every pixel, while UV coordinate node can be either part of a vertex or a pixel shader. The customized UV's feature is only run in the vertex shader and offers a performance increase over running the same calculations in the pixel shader. This offers an excellent way to speed up even just tiling a texture. While the system is not limited in the math you run on UVs, the result. While the system is not limited in the math you run on UVs, the result will depend on the tessellation of your mesh. Customized UVs are currently limited to certain components, static meshes, meshes. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Non-linear math. Come on now. Oops. The general rule is if the computation you're doing uses constants, camera position, time, vector parameters, etc., or varies linearly with per vertex attributes, then doing that work in the vertex shader will get the same result as doing it in the picture shader. Varying linearly means only operations that will result in straight lines, no curves, such as multiplication and addition. Yeah. I'm not like squaring anything. Squaring available using sine, cosine, or operations like length. Yeah. I don't know. The mesh on the left is a 9 by 9 polygon grid, while the one on the right is 4 by 4. Sure. Oh, okay, wow. Dang. So this is just a 4 by 4 grid, and the UV information is coming from the pixel shader level, but that's still enough to drive. Wow, okay, Jesus. Multiplying UVs by a parameter will work the same in both. UVs are per vertex attributes. It's a linear operation. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. So maybe I can use my vertex curvature to just as like a starting point. Yeah. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Just blush. This is. I don't think I have the energy for this right now. There are substantially fewer vertices and pixels, and moving any matter of the vertex can be a benefit. Note that if you are making a mesh with a very high poly count or not making use of LOD with high poly meshes, the extra vertex work can be a bottleneck because the vertex shader works is the same no matter what the mesh is off in the distance covering 4 pixels or filling up the screen. So it's good to know. So I think for the sake of our house level, then everything we're going to be seeing in it will be relatively close to the camera, so we don't necessarily have to worry about distant things at that point, but I can use the same assets to build like background houses, and for those I can just turn off the texture coordinates. This is more for like edgeware and all that stuff, so we just treat those houses as like mint condition and all, and should look just fine. Man. Well, any texture sample that manipulates texture coordinates in any way takes a slow path. These are all dependent factors. You can still implement tiling or world space texture mapping while keeping all texture bits in the This causes blocky looking textures and some other artifacts when pixel shader math is done on texture coordinates. The customized UV inputs, however, are done with full precision so they get around this problem. Dang. I feel like this is so cool, but it's so like big brain. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like if I keep playing with my material like this, I'm gonna jack it up. What? Unreal crashed? Oops. Let's go into town. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. What are we doing? What is life? Why can't I use the coaster I went out there to get? So, how do we test this whole customized UV thing? It's like we don't necessarily need specific operations done, or like, ooh. Dang. Alright, I think I know how I could use it. Unfortunately, I've realized an error in my workflow that's going to make this kind of obsolete. But I didn't realize that I could have overlapping UVs. For at least like one UV set, for the light map, they need to be separate and everything. But yeah, I can have overlapping UVs. Because I didn't know that, I made all this logic around basically repeating certain tiles and things. So I think if I did this and then used, like, basically I could put that kind of stuff into the like vertex shader. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But since I don't need all of that, shift unit. See, at this point, then it's just like swapping like different styles of the wood finish or different kinds of concrete, different plastics. And at that point, it's like I'll just make a few different variants with different UVs and bring all the meshes in and just see what looks best. I don't need to be like dealing with all the shader math and stuff. So, dang, yeah. Because even all of the whatchamacallits, these guys. These I just keep duplicating and stacking on top of each other, so they are all. Oh, and let's see. Before I open my big dumb mouth, I'm gonna say they're all overlapping for their UVs. So this is like guaranteed an object that has overlapping UVs in my scene. It's going to. Oh God, let me out! Let me out! Ah, ah. Oh shit! I can't get out of my own house. Damn it. Okay, there's something in the way there. We'll worry about that later. Those are on screen. Everything's fine. Minimize. Pause it. No error messages. Let's see. Yeah. These are all just random print statements. Yeah. Nothing here is like error. This asset, for light map or whatever, has overlapping UVs. It don't matter. Okay. So with that in mind, come back over here. Okay. Just gonna look at like what we can do and then within those customized UVs. And then what that looks like is, I think we're gonna click U. Yeah, okay, here. Number of customized UVs. Just pass through the vertex UVs. Yeah. I wish I could understand how the UV space is being applied in vertex space. That is certainly confusing. It must be that like oh, it must. Vertex color coming in there. Why is this acting all weird? It's just over there. Use curvature for stain. Whatever, sure. This is just like a multiply function, so if there's nothing here, then it's multiplying by 1. Okay. So like all these manipulations are linear, except for saturate. It's free, but I feel like it should be linear. It's just going to take a range of values, which is 0 to 1, and it's going to not touch those. And then anything above 1, it's going to set the color of that to 1. Anything below 0 is going to set that to 0. That's linear. So yeah, that should be fine. So we take all this information. But this is building a mask. This is not manipulating UVs. I could take this mask. I could use the mask to manipulate UVs. And basically like apply the values to the UV space instead of just using a lerp. But that's ridiculous overkill. Dang, this sounds like such a cool little thing to learn, but I really can't figure out how to fit it into what I'm doing. It's basically, so the examples they used were UV coordinates just being multiplied to different values. But then how do you apply... Like when you have multiple options, how do you use them? Like I get at the texture level, you're punching it in there, unless you can do like comma this one, comma that one. But right, like it's saying for this texture sample, don't bother sampling like a UV texture coordinate in pixel space. It's saying use this constant coordinate of whatever we can build in our vertex space. And then the vertex space, it's like, okay, it wants to use constant coordinate 2, it's going to be this one. Do that. So I can see this. Like for a detail normal, I think that makes sense, right? You're going to have just your normal that you bring in, and then you can set it to one of these different options. Maybe you have other different detail normal maps that you have unique scale values for. You can use all this. I want to see something like a little bit more advanced. So take the texture coordinate, multiply each one. Why would you do this? Just multiply it by a float value of 4. You don't need... Ugh. So you're basically saying... So it says UV0, but because... So this is what the texture value output is, so like this whole thing should look like that, but what they did was take that UV0 sample, which is up here. I mean, this doesn't matter, you can basically just cross this out. Because it has the this texture is being set like this, the constant coordinate there. So this has the constant coordinate for this UV0, which in there is where it's getting multiplied. Okay. So anything you would do leading into a texture sample, shuck it into that. Man, okay. Alright. We're learning. So I do have these, but I don't have... Ooh, yeah, see, okay, all of our tile manipulations. Yeah. That's the albino map is going to be that. We're going to touch that. So yeah, it's like almost all of this logic leading up to here. And then something like this even. Floor should be linear as well. And this is just saying like 0 plus anything less than 1. So all the decimal values before you get to 1. 0 plus any of those equals 0, right? It goes down to floor of the integer. So then you go to 1. 1 plus any of the decimals, 1.25, 1.5. That's all going to just equal 1. So I think that's linear as well. Multiply, subtract, all linear. Okay, ooh, this one. No, this is good, okay. So this is just a custom function I made because all over the place I was doing absolute value, 1 minus, and saturate. So all those should be there. Fake normal. This is my function to derive z from the R and G channels. Man. Yeah, this is all for tiling, and if we can overlap our UVs, then we don't need the tiling, so none of this really comes into play. That's whack. Okay. Can we just get back to the basics of this? I want to see vertex color is red. Use this. Okay. Let's just try this. So we have our vertex coming in. Vertex color of black to red, basically 0 to 1. We're taking that, whatever pattern of 0 to 1 our vertex color is set up as, and then we are subtracting this. So that gives us a black and white mask where this is curvature, our sharpest points are white, and then we are subtracting from here. So where we have white here, white minus white, it's like 1 minus 1. Oh, I wonder if this is why. Oops. Dang, man. It seems like it's just giving me grunge. Why is it not? Let's just put that in there. Oof. Okay. Let's do that. No. Oof. That is why. Right on. Okay. Round essentially does what Flora does, but instead of using integers, it uses integers plus 0.5. So if you have 0, you go from 0 to 0.5, round is going to make that all 0. And then anything above 0.5 to 1 is going to round that all to 1. So I need to add a bit of an offset here first by essentially subtracting a value. Subtract, let's see, 0.1. Send that into round. So I think what I really need, I need somehow for this, it's like my curvature map. I don't want to use this. I want to use these. Okay. So let's see. Easy thing to do. So I can thinking of taking this and saying subtract 0.5 and multiply by 2 so that I can set basically change the value range from 0 to 1 to -1 to 1. And then rounding that. That should be okay. So subtract 0.5. Whoa. Whoa. Multiply by 2. And then multiply by 2. At that point, the multiply value should allow me to get what I need out of this. But let's do that. Okay. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So lame. See, like, why does this totally disappear through the middle, and then this one just not? Like, one makes it through, but that one doesn't. Like, what? This is the setup. Okay. And then the same thing back here. To further emphasize this point. So this is like some fucking weird pinecone thing I made. Just from some like randomly generated mesh in Maya, whatever. So I made this mesh as the base that's fresh out of the node, just like the most simple geometry. And then for this, I took my steepest peaks and I chamfered the edge. So I added some edge loops around them. And this is what we get. So when we bake out curvature, the steepest edge loops, or the steepest edges, vertices, somehow get missed. And I think that's actually, okay, I'm realizing now. So, oh, goddamn. Okay. So what happened was, basically these points that are small, this is a small angle. So this is like the angle of deviation of these points. Well, no, okay, actually this is a large angle. I'm just kidding. So take the face normal. This one's pointing out like this. This one's pointing like straight out. This one's kind of like up at an angle, right? So you think of like that angle that these two are creating. That's, let's say, like 135 degrees, right? So it's a large angle. And that means that this value here is going to represent that. Essentially, like, the most it could be is 180, the least it could be 0. So this is at 135. This is about like 75% of 180. So if 180 is 1, then this is like 0.75 of a value from 0 to 1. Which is to say, like 135 degrees is 0.75 in curvature. Right? For this sharp point, that's what it should be. And then down here, you have the normal pointing this way and the normal pointing this way. So the angle between those is only 90 about. So this should be much less than that, right? And in both cases, you get nothing. But at least here, when I add those extra edge loops around the sharpest edges, we're able to maintain that value. Because I think what was happening was this this was like a high value 0.75. This is whatever 0.5 because it's 90, right? Let's say 90 degrees. And then this is, I don't know, let's say 45 degrees. So 90 and 45, the average between those is what, the middle of 90 and 45. That's like, I don't know, what's 65? Let's say it's 65. And then somehow it's like this point, every point kind of averages whatever's next to it, right? So if this is 65, like, I mean, that's kind of close to 90, right? You get this sort of peak, but then, so for this value, even though like the angle there is 90, the vertex value that's going to come out of it is just the result of like the average between these two, which is, just like nothing. Well, no, like the average for those two should be pretty high. I don't know. It's fucking okay. Whatever I'm saying, that's wrong. That doesn't sound right. Take back everything I just said. That whole lecture, forget about it. Point being, though, adding edge loops on these sharpest edges help to clarify the difference. If I added more edge loops in the bottom, so basically I added edge loops to the peaks. If I added them to the valleys, we should see like a darker result overall. But yeah, that's how this is working. Sweet Jesus, that was a lot of talking. Now we drink. Hmm. If we did that, no. I have my OBS window over here. I just cannot tweak it. Is it not showing my mouse? No way. Dang. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Twitch scam. That's not fun. We don't like that. Late night scammers. Long live chaos. Twitch just streaming is a scam. Come on now. Hello. Hell doesn't exist. Okay, I agree with that. Don't be afraid of death. Okay, we're pretty much there. And you will be stronger. Cool. Wow, this is a very like positive affirmations here. Open your tap every morning or every evening and never turn it off. What? Just waste water, add a bleach to the food, and throw it in the forest and sea with the plastic. Whoa. That started out like yeah, I'm there with you for the most part, right? Oh, long live chaos. Okay, we kind of glossed over the first sentence there. That was a little aggressive. Did you guys? Okay, you don't even see this. Yeah, so this is our fun little Twitch chat. We got a lot of messages off. Good for him. Good for him. Successful attack. You got me. Trying to rearrange my setup here. Whoa. That is so nice. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's excellent. I still can't pull this in? Wow, dang. Okay, you know what? YouTube's not doing anything for us. Dang. Somehow we can usually make that work. Oh, that's why. Because I just click Windows and it goes away and I think it's working. Okay. So we're getting this output from the vertex shader. This freaking asset has vertex paint on it. Okay, well, frick, this is just that. Okay. Yes, that is. That's fine. Just give me that. So if I use just the curvature with these fun settings, then I'll get that. So let's see what we can do here. Wait. Okay. Wait. Right. So if I take my vertex color, throw this in, and then subtract other things from it, I get a freaking mask. Take my vertex color, yada yada yada, do this, subtract other things from it. Otherwise I'm subtracting. Oh my goodness. No. No. So our blue channel is intended to be extra vertex paint that we could do after the fact to augment our mask. We just need to make a call if we want to make it additive or not. I think we'll make it additive. No. Maybe subtractive. Because what is it starting at? It's starting out at 0, right? So yeah, subtract 0, and then we'll paint and remove what we want to add. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. So, I mean, this is gonna look like hot garbage. Ooh, no, actually, whoa, yeah, it's working. Nice. That's what we've been waiting for. Now we take this, open this material, and we introduce the grunge now to break up this stupid edge break. Not stupid, it's beautiful. We love it. I have too many freaking things here. Come mask options. Grunge mask, yes. Grunge offset. Let's reduce that. Okay, so let's say basically like grunge is completely offset. Bringing it in. No. So at this point, then, I'm using the curvature to give me that breakup. The grunge is going to be adding back in. The grunge is going to be contributing black, basically. Black is the code. Okay. This is our grunge coming in. Subtracting is going to add the grunge offset. Code mask options. Okay. Okay. It's going to have basically a lot of white. We're going to subtract some of the white. Get basically like a gray to black value. Right, and then from what we have with our curvature, we'll subtract to increase the code. Yeah, so we need to be adding. Take a curvature, add grunge on top of it to break it up. Right? I'm trying to think of how to flip it around. If like it's all masked to have the paint on it. So introducing grunge is, yeah, no, it's going to be adding, no, black is the color. Yeah, subtracting from the base to bring in the grunge. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We have our grunge, we're subtracting it from a curve. So that should be fine, unless our grunge offset is making it too small. And then like grunge offset. There we go. Excuse me. So yeah, now we use the grunge to break up some of that noise. And then what I could be doing. It's interesting because from a distance it actually looks kind of more disorienting, or like you see a little bit of the breakup here. It just feels like it has texture to it, even though like on close examination it probably doesn't. Actually, yeah. It's not bad, not bad. I think I can probably generate maybe a grunge mask that has more like noise, more like variation of values, noisy variation. Like different clouds will be largely okay, but essentially we have this, and then if we wanted to, I think, yeah, mesh paint. So we come down here, click U. What do we say for the mesh paint? That's coming out of blue, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna paint in blue. Whoa. No? Okay, let's see, how are we implementing it? Subtract. Subtract to bring in more code, right? Yeah. So adding 1 should be contributing the blue channel. And size that strength 1. That's lame. Come on, why is that not working? Specify radius. No, I mean. These previous colors painting. I only want blue. Or is it because these ones aren't painted? It's gonna blend the whole thing. That would be pretty whack. Dang. See, it should like cover up something like this, right? Adding in the blue. We'll make it white. White is the base. But we're subtracting that. Okay, so let's try minus. Make it negative, so we're kind of actually adding it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Or not. Vertex paint. No. Quite strange, quite strange. So we're just going to disable it for now. Oops. Okay, that was what we should have done. Okay. And then, let's try and back over here. This gosh darn bake mat. So we're going to subtract you. So let's take this, let's say, add blue channel of our vertex color, which is nothing. So it's supposed to be this. Okay. Alright. So we are taking our grunge mask. We're gonna add our blue channel to increase, white spots. And then with whatever our red channel gives us, we're subtracting everything that's white. So whatever's white in our red channel is going to turn black. Whatever was black it's just going to stay black. So this is neutral as we paint in the blue channel. Oh, whoa, that's why. Okay. So that's brush, stack, blue, and it's going to be 0. Why does it not work? Paint textures, what? That's all there. I mean, what do I need to be painting in fucking RGB? Is that what this is? Please tell me that's not true. Okay, why is this not doing anything? What is happening? What is going on? Why is this so bright as fuck? Literally? What? Dude. Why is this all white? This has never happened before. I just want to see my vertex paint. Just let me do the thing. Please. Please, I beg of you, please. I'm gonna need another drink. You know what I'm saying? No, we fucking don't want to see that thumbnail. Please be a glitch and never come back. What is happening? Alcohol, that's what happened. Be back in 1 minute. Easy. Hey, look at that. The lighting's fixed. What do you know? Right? Everything is black because nothing has any blue vertex paint. Obviously. Whoa. Okay, so that's what's jacked up the lighting. Fucking great to know. Do we just go unlit to not deal with that? Paint. Color view mode. We'll see all RGB. That's fine. Enables flow bending where paint is continually applied from brush every tick. Yes. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. And colors chance should be influenced during painting. Okay. Thank you. Paint is applied to all LODs. Excellent, dear friend. Why? I think I need to somehow do it here. So, I think the issue that painting like this is not working is because vertex paint is not available on with nanite at the instance level. So, like, I don't care. I want this to be happening at like the source mesh level. I'm okay if wherever I paint, like all of the cabinets look the same with that same paint. But as I apply it in the viewport like this in the level instance, I don't think it's gonna. It's just like no, it's nanite, so you don't get to do that. Which would be fine if I knew how to just apply paint to the source. But I don't. That sucks. I mean, it's kind of fine, like, whatever. We're just gonna deal with our little baby edgewares and freaking call it a day, I guess. What I can do. Let's see. This isn't custom primitive data, but still. You can use something that's very similar to this, but when you place it in the level, actually, I guess on this guy, I'll say it. This custom primitive data. I don't know why it says override like that. It's more like out here. This, yeah, it's under asset usage data. I think no, it should be custom primitive data, wherever that is. It basically gives you the option to change values. Like I can make a custom primitive data variable of a vector, and then in the material assigned. Gotta find the master, sorry. In the material assigned, I can say use custom primitive data. Okay, so I can't set like one index of this, like the array. Oops. It has to be. Yeah, so it's just going to be a float value. But essentially I can say use this and then make this color vector and set it over here as the primitive data index for 0. And then you'll see, so there's 4 float values associated with it, so it fills the spots for 0 and then the next 3 after that. And when I go to my object, basically you just have to do like 1, 2, 3. This RGBA. And then if I wanted to do this again, I made a second one of these, it would be 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you wanted to change those values, like you can't just have these, say I just want to do the second one. I can't have these and say like, oh, just give me 4, 5, 6, 7 up here and do this. Like, no, I have to add all of those here and then go through and change them. So you gotta think about the order. This is basically just to say like, oh, this has maybe like a slightly darker. I can copy copy the static mesh like this. Why am I? Oh, it's still in mesh painting mode. Okay. Copy it basically, and then within each actor, I can have these different vertex or different custom primitive datas, and allow those to affect the material differently. Sort of like a per instance function, but at the instance level, you can define what parameters are affecting, or what like values affect the parameters in the material. All this work just for a little edge wear. Oh no, this comes cascading off of other fixes that we're trying to do. So like I wanted to combine, in the kitchen here we have all these meshes in the back. There are all these cabinet meshes, so we have the core cabinet frame, we have like a little bit of this overhang piece on top that you see kind of like reaches out over here. And then we have sort of like a corner side panel finish mesh that is like a O shape that goes around the edges to just add a little bit more detail. Alright, so we got top part, corner part, has this little lip there. So basically for this one cabinet, the door here is separate, so we're not going to worry about that. This is like a physics object. But for the rest of it, the frame, this part on top, that part on that, these, I mean for the single mesh, these are all baked together. But for like the double mesh, this top part is a different material, the side part is part of the single material, and then the double mesh is its own material. So if I try to combine just the meshes that are involved with this like double cabinet frame, I get 3 meshes that I can drop together, but they'll have their own separate material essentially. And that's due to the fact that I was baking ambient occlusion and curvature for these meshes at a specific resolution. So the single cabinet was small in terms of its UV space, so I could include like the door, for example, and all this stuff on top of that. But then when it came to the double section, that took up way too much UV space. So like the top here, there was even more room in the single. So like these double wide tops is baked into the single texture. So that's why I have to use different pieces. They include different materials due to like I have to make a separate instance just so I can use a separate bake map with the material. All that in mind, when I combine the meshes, those unique material instances with the unique bake maps cannot get combined together. They all have to be maintained as separate materials. So my workaround for that is to use this method of getting the kind of edge wear finish similar to what's going on in here. This is like obviously very grunge heavy, more so than the edge wear, but get that effect because like the grunge is just a random texture. It's not a bake thing. It's separate from any map. So if I get the breakup of the edges, then I just throw the grunge in on top of it to make it not super obvious. And then we get fun details like that. And then all I need is one material. The vertex paint information can be different for each mesh. That won't affect how the material is built. And the grunge texture is just going to be the same for everything. Because depending on where the UVs, it'll show up different. Where the UVs are in the 0 to 1 space, it'll show up differently. And that allows me to combine them all and just have one material that just uses a grunge texture across everything and reads the vertex paint colors. Also, doing the vertex paint here, or yeah, just having vertex paint and then sampling this vertex color happens at the vertex shading or the vertex phase of rendering material as opposed to the pixel phase. And anything that happens at the vertex phase is way cheaper. So being able to basically set up the baseline for my curvature in the vertex level is what's gonna save us. Oh, okay, we got another freaking scammer. Alright, hold up. I think I gotta do some policing on Twitch. What's going on here? What is going on here? Yeah. Shrill Duck, what's up, dude? The UK homie? Just in time to see me get swarmed by all these freaking spam bots. Thought it was gonna be cool. I was like, let's let everybody in, you know? We don't need to be policing. Dang. Yeah, how's it going, dude? What you up to? Dang. This is the second person. Add a bot to take care of the bots, right? Like, I know there's a setting for it somewhere in here, but let's see. Let's open it up. Let's do a stream about streaming. Why do your stream info right channel? I don't even know what most of this stuff is. Oh, wait, here we go. It's this. Yeah, chat settings. That's what we're looking at. There should be something to block bots. Chat manage moderation settings. Maybe it's that. Followers only chat. No, yeah, see, that's what we don't want. Shield mode. Oh, I think this is it. These say to stop hateful harassment mission expand. I mean, sure, yeah. I think that's it. Terms and phrases. Yeah, let's try it. I feel like I'm just afraid, like, I'm censoring people's speech, right? So I don't want, if someone says something risque, like, I'd rather hear it and then, you know, decide. Obviously, this bot shit is whack, but I don't want to just auto ban people. That's fucking weak. If they're real, I want to decide. Okay, let's do maybe a little moderation. How about that? Let's try that. Okay, guys. Everybody just moderate yourselves a little bit. And hopefully nothing bad will happen. So I just got chat screen. Yeah. I think that should be okay. Let's find out. Alright, whoa. Twitch chat time. Okay. Bam. Okay. I think we got it. Switch to non-mods. No. We want mods. Emotes only chat. I could not imagine what kind of a life that is like to live. Only speak to me through smiley faces and frowny faces. Also, good morning. Oh, man. Okay. So we have our cool guy mega material that is just obnoxious. We realized a lot of the things we're doing we need to do differently. So we can't even visualize our blue channel. Why is that? It's like mesh paint is just not working at all. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Mesh paint's not working on the base mesh. What I was able to get from that came from the modeling section. Is that it? It's not gonna be, no, it's just baking. I can't do, sure, whatever. Pink vertex colors. That's gonna be all that. It's not gonna let me paint on top of anything. It's not gonna let me create vertex colors. Damn. How do I paint vertex colors to my source mesh in the level editor? Like it's something that's nice to have, but I'm not utilizing it in any critical way, so I think I just need to let it go. So for my boy Duck, this is what we're kind of going for here. Wait, I guess, yeah, before I go into the spiel, I kind of just went into it again. Like 10 minutes ago, maybe. How long have you been watching, I guess? Because I'm happy to explain it, but I did already, so if you've seen it, I want to double up on myself. But essentially, we're just trying to get this sort of edgeware finish as cheap as possible. And we basically have it, so we need to just back off and let it be. And with that in mind, that means that I'm going to have to take these components, use the kitchen, needed material assigned to each component. It'll only pull stuff out. I kept talking to Twitch chat. You was set up to be working for 1 month to chat. Oh, what? That's fucking whack. Okay, yeah, see, that must have been something that I just changed. God, man, that's why I didn't want to. What's up, though? That's funny. Dang, that is annoying. I'm sorry about that. Show mesh just come by automod. This stupid friggin' thing. Shield mode. It's gotta be the shield mode thing. That's what fucked me. That's all I changed. Followers only. Oh, that's why. Followers only chat. I just fucking turned shield mode on and walked away. Sorry. The non-mod chat delay. What does that even mean? Why select non-moderator chat messages? No. Yeah, what's up? Nice. I just like flicked that off. I didn't have to hit accept or anything. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm curious though, for you as a viewer, do you prefer one platform over another to view my stream? Like, does Twitch, like, is the Twitch UI better than Kick or something like that? Like, how do you feel about that? Like, if knowing that I'm on both platforms, where do you choose to view me, and like, yeah, why? What makes that like a better platform? Let's do a case study. Let's do some psych deals. I per Twitch, since I am on Twitch. Are you streaming your own stuff on Twitch then? Is that why? Email, phone, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Like all this stuff I don't have to care about. Interesting. God, this shield mode thing is so distracting. So yeah, you prefer Twitch because you're on Twitch. So yeah, I assume that means you have some things established. I don't like kick. They will kick you out of category and put you in somewhere else. They think you should be somewhere. Oh, okay. So they're like managing whatever category they think you should be in. That is kind of lame. But I guess so as the viewer, then what is that ultimately? Or like, are you saying that coming from a streamer standpoint? Or as a viewer? Like, I mean, if you're viewing me, and they change the, like, it's not game development, it's like software development or whatever. Does that affect you as the viewer? I can see if you're a streamer, like, yeah, that's bad for sure. But I don't know how that plays into the viewer experience. Okay, so I have my materials set. All I need to do is add vertex colors to get the curvature. The grunge map will take care of breaking that curvature up. Okay. So, what I have to do then is take. So, if you start getting viewers, kick will kick you out of getting close to their top streamers in that category. Oh. Okay, I see what they're trying to do there then. So yeah, if there's basically like a mass of people who have like a good number of viewers in a certain category, then they'll just like dump you in another category that probably doesn't have that many viewers to get to like spread out the viewer attention to say like, yeah, people aren't all just piling into one category, and that makes a more even spread. That's why that's super dumb. I could see that seems like a very underhanded strategy to maybe make your sort of like viewer engagement statistics be better on paper for say like your stockholders, right? You're saying like we have 20 different categories and they're all getting a decent amount, like a good average. Well, average wouldn't change, but each thing is getting, 5,000 views all the time. Whereas maybe it's all game dev and they should have like 30,000 views. But yeah, they change some people to move into the other streams. Dang, so fucking. Capitalism. Damn you, capitalism. Why are they like that? That is unfortunate because, at least as far as I know, Kick is supposed to at least give the most reprimandments. You can turn off slow mo mode. Whoa, is that a thing? Thank you, thank you. Please keep telling me when things look dumb. What is slow mo mode? Why am I doing that? Ooh. Sorry. Okay, that's slow mo. What is this? Let's see. When selected chatters are prevented from sending consecutive messages. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's dumb too. Okay, good call, good call. Spam that shit. Why am I sitting here waiting for you like a dummy? Non-mod chat. Okay, let's just see what that is. Non-moderator chat messages are prevented from. Oh, that's dumb. No, no, no. All the chats appear immediately. Okay. So we had some like fucking dumb options, like this was on, this was on, this was on, all that crap. And now I'm basically turning everything off and clear chat from view for non-mods. Okay. All chat messages are cleared from view for non-moderators while still remaining visible to moderators. No, that's dumb too. That sounds like it's supposed to be just wiping chat all the time, and it's not, luckily. But like, what does that do? So dumb. So lame and so dumb. Okay. Oh yeah. So let's see. We bake those vertex colors. Shoot. All right. This is what's gonna have to happen. We have to pull out each iteration of our mesh and then bake each component down separately until all of the pieces look good together. So take our kitchen cabinet. Damn. Hot diggity damn. Let's get out of this. What's going on? Alright, we're gonna make one of each. And just make sure everything looks good. Okay, we're gonna go bottom up. Corner piece. Take that out there. Double. Double trouble. Okay, this is left cap, or end cap, which is this little piece back here. Makes it so that like when you see the exposed side, it's not just like a flat piece of nothing with empty stuff. Say left or right. So it's true or false. And right now this is true for left, so we go false for right. And we get that to add up there. You can get all this extra geo here to make just the end piece a little bit cleaner. I use slow demo, which check it's crazy, then turn it off. Slow demo is good when you get 10 people. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's funny. I'm not popular enough to know what that feels like, so I wouldn't know. Dang, okay, though I gotta follow you. Yeah, you're definitely streaming. I followed my guy. Honestly, I don't actually watch streams much, but gotta support the people, know what I'm saying? Wonder how many people would notice that this outside is, what's it called? It's not facade. I want to learn that word again. Ah. If I open this up, it's gonna take forever. Okay. There's some kind of word for this, like veneer. I think that's what it is. This veneer finish of the wood. I wonder if people are gonna notice that this is on the outside, and then we have fucking like particle compressed board on the inside. I mean, that was the intention, right? Make it look nice there, but will people pick up on it? I guess I'd say that thinking like it's not realistic, but in reality, it's like this is what the actual cabinet is made of, and then this is just some finish effect that they put on. Usually wouldn't want to paint over that, but that's fine, it's fine, it's fine. More details, more nuance. It's good stuff. So yeah, dude, when you're streaming, I guess what do you usually stream? Is it kind of the same stuff, just making your stuff and doing whatevs? Taking a break for streaming. When I get back, my channel going to be all rework and stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, dude, talk about it. I'm curious as to like, yeah, what your approach is. I only know literally like one other person that has started the streaming career. Well, not even that. They've made some YouTube videos. They said they're gonna start streaming, but I don't know what that's gonna look like. And the YouTube stuff is more like analyzing games and whatnot. Okay. So. What I want to do for this. A lot of my material, my blueprints are going to be assigning 800 videos on YouTube. Nuh-uh, let me see. What do you do? I gotta look you up. You're famous. That's crazy. And you're following me. Watch what I'm doing. What's going on? Is this the upside down? Life's not real. Shrill Duck Gaming suggested. All right, man. Which one's you? Which one's you? Oh, that's good stuff. Shrill Duck 41. Is that you on YouTube? Shell Duck? No, maybe. No, that's definitely not you. Alright, links, boys. Send me some links. Send me some links. I'm getting fucking duck videos, bruh. Is that you? That's probably not you. You're not a shell duck. What's a shell duck? That's not real. That's not a thing. These are shell ducks. Are shell ducks real? What the hell's a shell duck? That's beautiful. Native to the UK, of course. You would, wouldn't you? Tadorna. Group of large birds? They're big. Nuh-uh. They look just like a normal. Ooh, whoa, hold on. Hold the phone. That one's kind of big. This looks like a normal duck. That one's big. That's a big duck. Wait. This ain't a shrill duck. That's not a shrill duck. Get out of here. What are you talking about? This is a shrill duck. That's what I'm talking about. What we got here? Yeah, boy. There he is. What's he got? Dead by Daylight. Yeah, man. Nice. Okay, okay. It's your fucking game streamer. Nice. Let's go. What's this from? Is this from Dragon's Dogma? Baldur's Gate. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I feels you. Have you played Dragon's Dogma? I've been seeing like some points or some like posts about it and whatnot, but it just seems so bland. It's like Baldur's Gate but without the color. Man. Like I feel like everything I've been seeing is about the freaking character creator. And they're like, oh, that's cool, but no one else is doing anything cool. Like it looks nice, I guess, from a technical standpoint, but it's not. It's not beautiful. Oof. Okay, so we got all these. I gotta kind of change. Yeah, some of these assets I messed up the UVs in the back, forgetting like that I should do the particle board. Same thing for the top too. Like some of them. Ooh, no, 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 stay still. Okay, trying to just use the mouse movement. So remember the particle board up here, but when I use the veneer finish, that's where the coat gets applied because I have a like UDIM mask for it, so that basically the coat only works on certain UDIM tiles. Path of Exile VODs on the top one, nice. I have not played Path of Exile. Isn't that a like a Souls like kind of deal? Isn't that what it's like, you know, kind of things? You know what I do need to play? Oh no, this is like, this looks Diablo camera style at least. I need to play motherfucking Hellblade 2, son. Now that looks amazing. Let's come up here. Let's check out some. Boom. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at this crap. Delicious. Make it full screen. Why are we doing this? View. What? I'm just gonna be little and all, but oof. That rendering though, just the lighting. Got these. I don't know about the holes for that. Oh, that's so good. The first one was tasty. The game was not for me. It looks nice though. Oh man, yeah. I guess yeah, I liked the visual presentation, the whole like schizophrenia kind of like aspect to it. I thought was very unique. I just think that it has a lot going for it. Like yeah, I could see how it can rub some people the wrong way or just be like people just like whatever, I don't care about this. I understand that. That being said, it's fucking sick. Oh, it's so good. The combat's basic, but I guess it's more just like yeah, like appreciating a game as an experience, not so much like ooh, frenetic action, like super engaging and satisfying, like deep gameplay or anything like that. It's just like swing the sword, block, maybe parry or whatever, run around, and just like experience what it is to be in this world and like feel how this person feels. Oh, it's beautiful. If you can tell me, oh man, it'd be interesting to like play the game and profile it at the same time. It was too slow. Oh, the pacing, dang. I felt like there was just so much like holding the tension for me at least. Like with all the like whispers and stuff like that kept it going. I can see though, like, yeah, if that doesn't do anything for you, then you're just like, oh, that's fucking annoying. Like, what am I doing? I'm just walking around and paddling a boat for ages. And yeah, that gets a bit tedious. Yeah, also, I don't know if you saw this. This is a very interesting topic. Yeah, have you heard? I can like sit on this for a second and like kind of explain what I've learned. I can't use it in my project, but I think it's a very unique, like interesting sort of idea. It sort of builds on the theory of moving shader logic from the pixel stage to the vertex stage. So I'm curious, yeah, how much of that of what I just said actually makes sense. Yeah, because what this is fundamentally is whatever math you're going to use for your object, if you need to manipulate UVs, like tile things in any way, do any sort of linear operations, you can sort of bake those into the vertex level as custom UVs. And then when you make a texture, you tell it to read that custom UV instead of plugging this in. And that saves you a ton. A ton, quote unquote. Like if we look at my game right now. Nope. I'm having some big time issues. Yeah, my game thread is just fucking shit. So it's the GPU time, everything that's happened there. So that's all. Huh. Actually, it's weird. Because like other times it's like the GPU is fine, but the RHIT value is actually super high. Let's try to go into the darkness so we can see these better. Yeah. So we're trying to do all in the vein of optimizing my level. Because I have, you see, like fucking 1,000 draw calls. Like, why? What? There are not 1,000 things on screen. I don't know why. But for each one of these, like this double door thing, that whole frame, that's 3 meshes, at least 2 different materials, could be 3. So if we can combine that, so that's 3 materials, 3 different meshes, 6 draw calls just for the back frame, not including the doors. 6 just for this. Then it's another like, well, yeah, 6, and then this is like 4, another 4, maybe 2. You know, so that's like fucking 12 just for all this. And if I can combine that, 2 draw calls, easy. Okay, my chair in my asylum game is going to start out with no memories. And there's going to have like split self-experiences. Oh, your character, sorry, not chair. Character in my asylum game start out with no memories. Like asylum, no. And there's going to have like split self-experiences and memory stuff. Okay, so yeah. Nice. Okay, so your character's going to like wake up in asylum, not know where they are. You're gonna essentially have to try to escape while you have flashbacks and then split self experiences. Does that mean like you are going to like what the astral plane, right? Like the spirit world, split self experiences. Yeah, elaborate on that. What's that about? Disregard my stupid frame rate. Actually, we'll leave it there. Shoot, I can't remember how I did it, but fun fact: you can save. You can like in your editor basically display a lot of these values. The other cells will talk to you. Ooh, okay. Oh, so like your brain like spawns different versions of yourself that interact with you. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Cool, 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 cool. Shit. For insights. Trying to think. I did an insight trace yesterday. Which is this? So if I open insights, let's see. Actually, no. Let's do a new trace. Let's do a new trace. Connection. I don't care about that. Get that out of here. Okay, that's gonna stay. Let's see. We leave this. Cool thing is the voice you hear will be your own. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna use you use AI to like reproduce people's voices and like reinterpolate your whatchamacallits. Yeah, like your dialogue, your script. I want to use AI in my game for sure too, to try and emulate yeah, like the ghost talking back to you. Yeah, nice. I think that's gonna be it's used all over the place in like any games that are more than like flash games, you know, like larger games and all, with more like story elements and like unique character interactions. AI is gonna be real handy for that. Nice. Have you like actually, I don't know, like installed the plugins or like yeah, somehow bridge the gap between like the standalone AI software and Unreal? Have you done any of that? Okay. This table we're gonna export and take in. No, okay. Let's try to do a trace. Let's do a trace, do insights, and see if we can make this work. Trace shit. Okay, it's running. It's running. We're turning on the lights. Blah 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 blah. Doing all that. Opening doors. Go over here. We see those. We turn away. Turn this light on, off. Turn back. Those are there. Cool, cool. Huh. Those should be like clearly on or off. Let's see. This is on according to that. Turn off. Okay. And those lights should be gone, but something's not working. Great. Okay, still trying to get used to the trace. Nope, it's just got the idea and looked into speech and chat. Yeah, so I use speech to text. Yeah, we'll read out there. Yeah. Nice. That's what I'm gonna do too. Good stuff, dude. Yeah, that's gonna be real good. I think it's gonna add a lot to the games. There's just so much you can do with it, I feel like. And obviously, yeah, not having to deal with voice actors and everything will be. It'll be lighter on hardware? Yeah, what makes you say that? I was concerned it might be a bit heavier somehow. I mean, obviously you're not dealing with like actual audio files or anything. What am I doing? The alcohol is taking its effect. Also, talking with you is interesting and very distracting. So I'm trying to make these. Let's see. We have to bake all those and then bake out. God, if only I could like select all my meshes and then bake out vertex colors based on that selection. That would probably have to be a Python thing. Maybe I could do, but damn it. So we have our like kitchen blueprint, which contains our walls and like everything else. What we need to do is just deal with the cabinet blueprint. Combine those meshes. Think house. What? No way. Oh wow. Okay. Because I selected the house. It's gonna pull all that in. Okay. Before I get distracted with that response. No. We need to do. We essentially need to recreate it in the level editor. Make sure it looks good. Then merge actors and replace in the room. Goodness, the room blueprint. Oh, so many hiccups. Replacing the room blueprint, those merged actors. Oh, that sucks. That is so tedious. That means I gotta just like come out here. Screw you. Bring this in. Damn. I mean, sure, I don't have to rotate anything, whatever. This is like a double, single, double above. Upper double. Do this, disable our end cap. We don't need that. Double, we said double, single, double. Okay. So we do single. Nothing, and then double, upper half double. Okay, all right. Having AI hear your voice and respond will be higher on hardware than using speech to text. Then AI reads that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I guess you're not trying to like analyze. Having AI hear your voice and respond will be using speech to text. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're saying basically like the player is going to output essentially an audio file of whatever they say, and then yeah, instead of like having the AI read that audio file, you're just going to convert that audio to text and then have the AI read that text. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So what I need to do for all these. It's very cringe. But it will help us just set this up in the long run. So construction script, we're saying build the frame, add hinges, add end caps, set material. So we're going to promote the material that we set our meshes to. And call this Cabinet material, blah 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 blah. Editable at the instance level. Cabinet frame and cap. I feel like we have, yeah, add static mesh. Set material, yeah, okay. So we're adding static mesh for those little like top piece overhangs. We haven't made a variable of that for that, so we're just kind of adding them in as separate static meshes. And then at this step we can set the material for those to whatever we need it to be. Please don't crash, thank you. Okay. So it's there, we have this exposed material now. And we select our blueprint. Come over here to material. Kitchen items. This is that. Kitchen udim, kitchen udim. Just make sure every piece of this is coming from the kitchen udim material. And then basically, yeesh. We have to combine that, but in order to make the vertex colors bake out properly, I need to redo the geometry for this, which is upsetting. Okay, yeah, check this out. So, essentially, if you want to use vertex shading, well, no, not that. Let's see how I describe this. If you want to try to transfer your, what is it? You want to try to transfer essentially like baked information or like mesh oriented information, sort of like curvature or AO. You can do that at the vertex level instead of at the pixel level. Literally only vertex and AO, unfortunately. Like thickness should be a thing, but it's not. Coming down to modeling, we select an object. It should be a static mesh. But if it's, if it's not a static mesh, you got these options. If it is a static mesh, you can bake the vertex colors to the source mesh, which luckily works. Like nanite works. You can't paint, like I can't paint this double wide cabinet mesh. I can't add vertex paint onto this and then have different vertex paint on this instance and have that work with nanite. That's not a thing. Whatever I paint on the source mesh is going to be applied to all duplicates of that mesh. And that's fine. But the issue we're running into now is that I can use these options to bake vertex colors, which essentially lets me bake the vertex. But if I want to like hand paint things, I don't know how to do that because it's essentially when I hand paint it, it's applying it to this instance and not the source mesh. So that's tricky. Now that being said, we have all of these meshes combined with that. So what we will do is we'll take control click, oops. All these, wait, this is actually, oh, okay, that is together. For some reason it looked like they had a little gap. Okay. Merge actors. This boy. Settings. Ooh. Okay. What's this? Why is this out? Okay. Just gotta double check all them. I don't know. Fuck it. Merge actors. What are you gonna do about it? Kitchen mesh. Cabinet bikes. Cabinet bikes. Nice. Let's go. Whoa. I don't know what's up with that shadow. Okay, so this is the problem. Somehow it's baking down with all of these different material slots. It's like we don't need that. Okay. You have the cabinet material. The cabinet material is supposed to be assigned to the cabinet frame and the end cap. Okay. Set bathroom material, sure, whatever. So we're setting the material and the material is not getting set. Okay. Or at least we're still getting all these freaking other materials. Yeah, so somewhere, whatever we're setting must not be receiving the set material option. I don't know, do that. Why not? Select the hinge meshes, all the hinge meshes. Oof, are coming into this. Yeah, like set material, yeah. Cabinet material. Boom. This is supposed to be the bathroom material, that's whatever. Set material. Ugh. Set material true. Set material the cabinet material. If I want to say set bathroom, then oof. All of those. Bathroom and kitchen. What if we can do this? No, it's not gonna do it. It's just gonna stop things from executing. If use the bathroom material is true, take this. Oof. That is super annoying. No. Why you like that? That sucks. What? What? Why? I have to fucking break everything. Has broken everything. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no me amo? No me amas. Okay. Every static mesh that gets made will follow the execution pin to set. What? Ah, you freaking flippin' flapping They won't all go into just like a fucking simple divert thing. Why are you like that? Why do you have to be like that? Fucking point. Huh. Set material to be those. If it's true. Promote to variable. Path mat, yada yada. Sure. Select material. Select the material. Okay, bathroom is true. Boom. This is a fun trick we learned. Use a select node to choose between any type of variable options based on a parameter. And then we can just set one node, and now we can delete this, and none of it fucking matters. Ooh. Bathroom or kitchen? We're gonna say by default, yeah, give me that kitchen. Oh man. If only I could hang out with my cool UK friend more. I'm feeling so tired. And yet somehow I just want more alcohol. What is life? What is life? Got you. I'm gonna take this. You know, whatever, who cares? Okay, yes, so this is when you have the correct material assigned, and now I need to take the geometry and bake out the curvature. Oh no, I need to remake the geometry. No. Okay, so let's see. Let's show off what we're doing here, or what the frickin' problem is. All my cabinets right now are set to this geometry, the most minimal amount. And this works fine when you do everything texture based, right? You just unwrap it. Who cares what the UVs look like? Or I mean, who cares how many vertices you have? Everything is in pixel based, our normals look amazing, all that good stuff. Now we need this version. This was what it came out the best for our vertex base. Oh, that's why it's fucked up. Holy shit, I just noticed that. Dang. Okay. So, wow. We had an issue where the backs of our shapes here were making some weird results on the interior. The exterior always looked fine. But the point is, we need all these extra loops. What I did was take my starting geometry. I took all these main edges and then I chamfered them. So I added another edge loop following each edge around the sides. So I made this. No, I made this. This one we have like our silhouette sort of like defining edge there, and then like just a supplementary holding edge at the corner. And we do that everywhere. And that gives us what we need. And dividing beyond that just kind of ruins it. So it's like low poly mesh or chamfered low poly mesh. And with that, that means if it's going to work down here, my geometry for this is basically just like my single cabinet. What is this? So those meshes over there are all duplicates of this main body frame. I don't know why the drawers kind of disappeared on us. But yeah. So it's like this piece is what that is. So we just gotta bake. We baked it out. Whatever. Let's see. MMI. This. Oh, okay. Fuck me. Should have had somewhere there, right? Oh, no. Okay. So that geometry actually matches up with this geometry at the end. That's why we're not seeing it. And then if we just like subdivide this, we get an edge between everything, and that doesn't do anything at all for our averages. But if we do that instead of subdividing, we really get one edge. If we put two edges in, we get a little bit of extra exposure there. So yeah, that's trash. This method though, when we add supporting edge loops only, or like, I don't know, reinforce the edges that are already there as opposed to just subdividing to even out the spacing. That's when we get our averages or like our vertex colors to really hold what they should be. So the sad truth of that means that we need to go from this super basic geometry, which honestly we'll probably need to keep so we can use this in VR. We go from that geometry to this geometry, where we just add extra edge loops. And I'm realizing this created a shading error for curvature because all these are collapsing to a single point. They shouldn't have done that. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah. So essentially for all my cabinets I have to do this. I have to add extra edge loops around the sharper corners where I want curvature to show up. And then I'll be doing this for the walls as well. I'm thinking it'll probably be something like this. All of this will be sort of one. We'll have like this hex thing here be its own thing because that's all one mesh. And then all of this 6 meters square, this is going to be one, this is going to be one. Combine all that so that when you walk outside and this comes into view, it's going to render everything. But it'll reduce a lot, right? So there's probably like 10, 15 draws in there. I'm going to have to also combine the overhang. It's like if you look out a window from the inside, you'll only see the overhang, whereas the rest of the roof you won't. In most cases, you really won't see it. So I can combine all those and get a nice output. Don't combine anything at the peak. Basically, if you're like coming down the road here, you're gonna like see to the roof of the house, but then everything on the back side we can remove. Save some. Yeah. So combining mesh actors. That's what we're going to have to focus on tomorrow. It's just like reducing draw calls. Like there's so many things here. Especially for like this actor that I have for these arches. There's essentially one actor for this wall piece that is the side panel, the bottom, and the back side. That's one call. Then you have the molding up here, which is one call. And then for these vertical sections, we have a middle piece here that's flat, that's one call. A corner piece here, 1, 2, that's 2 calls. Then another side panel, so that's 1, 2 more calls. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 draw calls just on geometry to pull this arch off. And then luckily these are actually all using one material. But yeah, so combining all those, I can bring this down. I can subtract 6 draw calls, which as we're seeing here, can get pretty high. Along with that, we will be circumventing the construction script that's built into the blueprints. So the way that I have these set up to change the wall meshes is all done via construction script, and that's kind of comes up at runtime when you're trying to play the game. So if I can bake these down to static meshes that have like no logic in them whatsoever, then they'll be extra performant. So I think we're going to do a mixture of that tomorrow along with more profiling. Try and get that workflow down, figure out how we can just like spin it up, run it, read it, and do something based off those values. What we found when we ran earlier was that there's a lot of time spent waiting. Essentially, the game frame happens, and then the game calculation happens. See, now draw is super high. What? All my values are changing so much. The RHIT earlier was like almost 0. And now draw time is like most of everything. What? And then like if I look at draw time over here, like my draws, that's almost 1,000 draws. I turn backwards. It's about 600. My draw time doesn't change whatsoever. So, yeah, we'll figure that out. So yeah, we're focusing on performance for now. Solidifying what we already have. The place is looking good. We've got some interactions going on that we like. Some meshes here aren't set up for nanite, but I don't think that should be as huge of a deal. We just want to prioritize doing the mesh baking and merging actors to reduce draw calls. Because essentially all of these spaces, there's like modular components for the wall pieces. They all have like a main, this flat wall, and then this top molding. So like wall's one mesh, molding is a separate mesh. It should have all the same UVs, but like for this room, I can do this whole arch way thing, just combine that all into one actor. Save a bunch of stuff, save for this. It's like the wall mesh here, this wood piece, and then the molding on the bottom. I can even add in the light switches too. Let's merge them all down. I mean the light switch frames. The light switches themselves are separate objects. But since the frames never need to move, I could combine those with the walls and whatnot. Yeah, super boring for now, but it'll help in the long run. Um, yeah. There once was a time when we would randomly flicker up into like 120 FPS. So I'm like on a mission to to do some profiling, troubleshoot performance and all that, and try and get this frame rate down as far as I can with what I already have. Because essentially I have lots of static meshes being the house and the walls, lots of lights, most of which are set to stationary and don't like obstruct each other. So we're not getting like red X's, meaning that the lights are set to dynamic, which is the most expensive. And then our door switches and ghost actions are all event based. So we aren't really relying on a lot of like tick based things. Everything should be relatively simple. And yet we can only muster a 60 FPS output. So I'm going to try baking one more time. Just see what we get. I mean, sure, streaming has somewhat of an impact. But considering we were able to stream and still hit that 120 mark earlier, I think that's still a reasonable target to go for. So, build this. I'm surprised that the frame rate's holding while we're building. That's nice to see. Yeah. So this is gonna build for a second. I think I'm gonna get my workspace ready to shut down here. It's fucking 3 in the morning right now, so I think that's getting to be a good time to make some changes. Just gotta put my glass in the sink real quick. BRB. Dang. We finished. Ooh, no. No. This shape object has overlapping UVs. So does the other one. Why doesn't it complain about that? Light map views are overlapping. Okay. Okay. For that one, we didn't change. No. This is the funky test shape. This is not funky test shape over here. This is cabby test. Okay. So we got a few lights that aren't performing well. That's fine. Bam mesh. I think it's because this is just like a procedurally generated whatever. That means that there are UV islands that have overlapping UVs already, and the light map UVs don't unwrap anything. They just kind of translate and scale the tiles that, or the UV shells that already exist. So if you are giving it a UV space that has verts that are like welded together and overlapping themselves, then the light map UV is going to replicate that. So that's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Wonder. No. Well, we need to have that material. Nothing in the event graph. Set bathroom mat. Are we even using that? Like, we don't do that anywhere. Let's just friggin' set the material. Let's not dumb friggin' do that. Set the collision time. Yeah. The cabinet material. Okay. So this needs to be. Okay. So we're setting our material at the end. Which means we don't gotta do it nowhere else. There should be setting material at the end. We don't want to like set a material on a variable and then override it or something. Okay. Let's just do that. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, instead of doing this branch, basically bring that in. Is it true or false? Set the material. True for bathroom. False. The cabinet. I'll put value into here. Bam. Okay, so it's basically just select variables based on a Boolean output. It's another most excellent viewer suggestion that we appreciate. So instead of asking bathroom or kitchen, then do a thing, we're saying ask bathroom or kitchen, depending on that, use one of these. Bam, set the material. Yes. Yes. Somehow I feel like that's pushed us to lock at like 60 FPS. Let's show what we're gonna do tomorrow. Look at the insights. Look at it. Look at it. 480. 480. Okay. Wait for tasks. Isn't this crazy? Look at this. For all of the time that this frame section takes, it is waiting to do some shit. 90% of the time. And then the render thread also waiting, 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 waiting. So much just waiting to do stuff. Total slate tick time. What's going on here? What's all this? Wait until task complete, execute, blah 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 blah. Start. Nah, nah, nah. cannot believe how. Like, why is it so different from everything else? What is happening here that is like. I feel like we're waiting for stuff to happen. That's what it is. It's like something we're doing in the gameplay. It's just forcing us to wait for something like way too long. Or maybe not. I mean, like, wait for tasks. Yeah, like it doesn't tell us what it's waiting for. I imagine it's gotta be something in the game thread. See, this is another thing I need to like. I know for all my blueprints, I'm not putting delay anywhere in the construction script, but feels like in the game logic, delays are really shafting me. I need delays to happen not in a single frame, right? Like, maybe it's not, but why is it hanging? Oh well, we'll figure that out later. I think we're gonna call it for tonight. Shrill Duck, it's nice seeing you again. I know I haven't done a super late night stream, so it's been a minute, but it's been a pleasure. Maybe I'll catch you streaming too. You're a cool streamer man yourself. And yeah. To the one other person who's lurking around, hope you have a good night. Shrill Duck, peace out if you're still around. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Adios.